Holidays nale, namma K-Travels down. Tamilagathil munnani travels nirvanam. Plan your happy trips with K-Travels.
No, I just wanted to know, why India?
My life kind of changed when I saw my first Bollywood movie. It was Lagan, Amir Khan Hindi film, right? And it was just, the music was by Rahman sir, and it was just, the whole thing was unbelievable.
The Tamil actors are always cursed in one particular thing.
Yeah.
So how was it communicating with Dhanush?
But you know, as far as that goes, I mean, he's very soft-spoken. He doesn't say a lot. He's very warm and very kind. He's got a lovely, kind smile. And I love the food that I get from production on sets in Tamil with Captain Miller. I mean, the food's in like a Bollywood set, it's okay. But I really look forward to working in the South and getting great food. I love the kodumbu, the ponu kodumbu. Okay, we're looking at the King Khans.
Salman
sure.
Khan,
Yeah.
The three Khans of Bollywood.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, they're all great at what they do. Each one does their own version of superstardom. I mean, Amir Khan is my all-time favorite, and he's the biggest. Yeah. This is my favorite Tamil actor.
He doesn't need an introduction.
You don't need to ask me if I know him or not.
Rajinikanth,
Yeah. Yes, Vijay.
Yeah, Mr. Vijay.
Yeah, Mr. Vijay. One of the first Tamil movies I ever saw was a film of his, and I can't remember now what it was called, but I just loved it. It was an action movie with a lot of comedy too. I mean that. Yeah. He's my favorite composer. Mr. Rahman. I mean, God, the kind of stuff, especially from the 90s and the 2000s. I think. I mean, he's a genius. No, sorry. I mean, the face is very familiar.
Hi guys, this is Ashraf for Aagayam Tamil, and we have Edward Sonnenblick. Hi brother.
Vanakkam. Hello.
Vanakkam.
How are you?
Great. Hope this is the only word that we are going to speak in Tamil, and other than that, everything would be in English, right?
Oh, wow, you're going to go easy on me.
Definitely. So I don't want to take much of your time, but it was wonderful actually to have an interaction with you, because after knowing about you, few things about what's the travel that you have started from where you have been, what I thought was like, why into this particular industry, that is acting, and why India?
I mean, why does anyone get into acting? I think you just have to have that. I mean, in Hindi, it's that kida, right? That little thing you just can't stop it. That desire. So it's always been there.
Okay.
I mean, I was involved in theater and stuff like most of my life. But then when I came to India is when I started doing it professionally in this industry here. Yeah. So yeah, was there another part of your question? Sorry.
I have few pictures, okay?
Okay.
I'm not going to torture you by asking you to speak in Tamil, or I'm not going to take you any classes.
No, you're only going to torture me with
only with the pictures. Only with the pictures. I'm just
with my emerging knowledge of Tamil cinema.
Yeah, exactly.
Very emerging. So I appreciate your understanding.
Yeah. This particular picture, these three people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how was it working with these three people, and what were the unique things that you like? Oh my God, how come I didn't have these type of qualities? Or whatever, let it be anything. With these three people.
So these three guys just have a great time together. It's just fun to watch them joke around and doing pranks, especially Junior NTR. He's just he's a total prankster. People would be like, Ramcharan would be giving takes and he would just like sneak up and start pulling on his leg or something ridiculous, like stuff he would get away with, I guess, is like, it's just hilarious.
So the first time when you saw them pranking each other, what was your thought? Like, oh my God, what's happening, or something like that? Or?
I was like, well, that's great. They got the time to do that, and it's fun for all of us. It's important to break up the intensity sometimes. I think
the icebreaker. Someone should be an icebreaker. Right?
Someone should do that, and yeah, Junior NTR is there for that at all times. I would say, from what I experienced. Okay, we're looking at the King Khans.
Salman
sure.
Khan, the three Khans of Bollywood.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, they're all great at what they do. Each one does their own version of superstardom. I mean, Amir Khan is my all-time favorite of the big superstars. He'll always have a special place in my heart, and I look forward to hopefully someday being able to finally work with him, because it was all sparked by Lagan, my whole journey here. So yeah.
Yeah, this one. I think you had acted with Akshay Kumar.
Of course, yeah. He's he and I worked together in Kesari, and he's an amazing. I mean, the kind of transformation he did for that role was really impressive.
So was there any interesting thing between you both that you share? Something like that?
No, we just hung out, and I had my wife and my son on set at times, and I remember he suggested my son get into martial arts
Great.
and stuff, which we did, and it was really good for him. So yeah, thank you, Akshay sir. That was a good idea.
Great. Okay, other than Dhanush sir, are you aware of Tamil stars who are working here? Of course, they're not Tamil stars. They're of course pan-Indian stars, but still.
Yeah.
Are you aware of?
Oh, Rajinikanth sir needs,
coming.
you don't need to,
He doesn't need an introduction. Right?
You don't need to ask me if I know him
It's
or not.
Rajinikanth,
Yeah.
So what was the style thing, or the style statement?
Yeah. I mean, it's just great that what he's created as far as a culture of stardom, and the kind of relationship he has with his fans and all that. I just love that kind of that thing about Tamil cinema where the star and the fans are just like so close.
They're almost like blood and.
Yeah, it's such a strong relationship, and I saw that with Dhanush's fans in the event that we did the other day. It was quite something to be up close to that. Yeah, and I've seen it also at the same kind of launch event for Triple R a couple years ago. The NTR fans and the Ramcharan fans. Just both of them on either sides of the stadium going off. It was amazing. So yeah, South India is the undisputed champion of cinema fandom.
It's Rajinikanth, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's the biggest. Yeah. This is my favorite Tamil actor. Yeah,
the greatest actor of India. Like,
he is definitely. I mean, between him and Nasiruddin Shah, I would say it's a close race.
Okay.
Yeah. But I just love his work.
One film of him, very like.
The first one I saw of his was Chachi 420, Hindi film.
Okay.
Because he's done a lot of work.
It was a remake of
which I just loved. It was a remake of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was just he did just as good a job as Robin Williams did. And I was like, okay, this man is I can tell he's a legend. And I think Sadma is a film that is one of my wife's all-time favorites. And Sri Devi ma'am, of course, was just like perfect in that, and so she got me into that movie too, and it's also one of my favorites.
Great.
Yes, Vijay.
Yeah, Mr. Vijay.
Yeah, Mr. Vijay. One of the first Tamil movies I ever saw was a film of his, and I can't remember now what it was called, but I just loved it. It was an action movie with a lot of comedy too. I mean that could be just almost any of his films, I guess.
He's known for his dances.
Yeah. No, he's really light on his feet. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, this one.
That is Ajit sir.
Yeah.
And
Mr.
he's very intense.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, very impressive performer. Yeah.
Mr.
He's my favorite composer. Mr. A.R. Rahman. I mean, God, the kind of stuff, especially from the 90s and the 2000s. I think. I mean, he's a genius, and he's going to always be a genius. But the stuff from that period is always going to just be amazing.
That
for
is
me
the
to
time you
listen to.
entered India and all those things.
So
right?
for me, it has a special place.
Special bonding, right?
Yeah.
Great. By any chance, do you know him?
No, sorry. I mean, the face is very familiar.
This is Mr. Ilaiyaraaja.
Okay.
So if your
Ilaiyaraaja.
soul needs to be a little bit wet or a little bit touched, just listen to his songs.
Okay, great.
He's one of the finest
Thank you.
composers in the world.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I'm
Definitely.
just introducing him to you, and this would be the greatest benefit that I would have done to you.
Okay, yeah. No, I know he's an important composer in a lot of
he's one
films.
of the finest composers
But
in the world.
I didn't know his what his
If
face
suppose you're
looked like.
going to listen to his songs, you would definitely thank him.
Thank you already then.
Yeah,
Thank you in advance.
Definitely. No, I just wanted to know why India, and especially, of course, you had given a beautiful answer for acting. Acting is definitely in passion, but why particularly in India?
Yeah, and why particularly in India? My life kind of changed when I saw my first Bollywood movie. It was Lagan, Amir Khan Hindi film, right? And it was just, the music was by A.R. Rahman sir, and it was just, the whole thing was unbelievable to me. I'd never seen anything like it. It changed my life. So I started watching more Bollywood movies and just teaching myself Hindi. And just fell in love with Hindi cinema and Indian cinema and India's, and just had to come here eventually and visit. And then after that visit, I just decided to come back and live here and seek my fortune in Bollywood. So that was about 16 years ago.
Okay.
And still living in Mumbai. My life is totally settled here and sorted. Yeah.
So your love life, your marriage, and all those things.
Everything, yeah. I mean, things I couldn't imagine.
Okay.
I had sort of given up on maybe back in my home country of the U.S.
Okay.
Have all happened here just so beautifully. Yeah, I fell in love with my wife shortly after I arrived 16 years ago in Mumbai, and we have an 11-year-old son, and I have this amazing career now as an actor doing what I love. It's good. It's a good life.
It's great. I just wanted to ask you, how did you woo your girl? Because that's one of the toughest things that anyone can do, right?
Yeah, I don't know, honestly, and in fact, I don't want to think about it too much. Like, why is she in love with me, and why did she choose me? I don't want to think about it too much, because it's I just wonder, like, yeah, I'm the lucky one. So it just happened on set. She's a director, and the very first job I got after moving to Mumbai. She was a director. She actually selected me for it, and we just hit it off. And I just wanted to get to know this woman more. And it just, long story short, I don't know how much time we have. We were married like less than 2 years later.
Okay, great. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now coming to Captain Miller. Your career is in a big boom. Of course, after RRR, people started recognizing you, especially in South. As well as Captain Miller is concerned, you must have seen Arun's previous movies, right? It's purely raw and rustic.
Yeah, very, very cool style.
Yeah. So you're getting into this particular role. What did he tell you on the first note? So this is what I'm expecting you, and this is what I need. So what was the conversation between you both?
So we just started having a conversation together, to see where it could go. I had read some of my scenes, but they hadn't revealed the whole script and the whole story to me completely, beyond just a basic narration. So then I came and we started having a conversation about this guy. He gave me the reference of Hans Landa as the kind of villain that he's looking for, something like that. Hans Landa is
the style that you wanted.
Yeah. I mean, I think Aaron Bro's a big Tarantino fan, so Inglourious Bastards villain Hans Landa is like the gold standard, for just slightly crazy and very calm and well-mannered villains, right? He didn't lose his cool. I mean, he did, but in general, just like very confident and cool and polite. And so I got that. I want to bring some of that in to this character, plus add some of my own little special sauce. So I'm really looking forward to see what y'all think.
You were telling that your character is very polite, soft, and all those things. So as far as RRR is concerned, you are a bit of rugged, loud. Your character was designed in such a way that it was a little bit loud.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, though that's the style, the genre. I think everything has to be a little bit melodramatic, So definitely, we did that way for.
So that was the variation that you had brought into this character.
Yeah. So now with Captain Miller, it's also a South Indian film at the end of the day. So it's going to have that kind of drama and those kind of characters. But I feel like I was able to kind of walk that tightrope of keeping the intensity and the drama, but also keeping a very controlled performance.
Okay. Yeah. How do you get prepared for your role? Is there any particular method that this is what I'm going to prefer or all this things?
Sometimes I think I just don't even know what I'm doing, because I approach everything differently, and I just kind of see how it feels, and I start looking for references. I start watching films from that period, or things that I think the director might be thinking of, so that we're on the same page. But the fact is, it's like when you get to the first day of shoot and you actually get in front of the camera and start giving takes, then only you realize kind of like what the direction team has in mind and if it fits with what you're thinking, because when they're actually shooting with you, that's when you come to know. So I don't prepare too much in that sense. I mean, I just try and do like a general riyaz and just do.
So it's just spontaneous.
Yeah, in South India especially, I find like there's a lot of spontaneity. There's a lot of room for that. I mean, it's kind of an intuitive filmmaking style at times, and as an actor, it's very exciting to work like that.
Definitely. You know what? Tamil actors are always cursed in one particular thing, that we don't speak much. we are always introverts, but our actions are very powerful.
Yeah,
So how was it communicating with Dhanush? I don't think he would have spoken much, but still.
Correct. I mean, we kept it to just what we were communicating about the scene that we're doing together at any one time. But you know, as far as that goes, I mean, he's very soft-spoken. He doesn't say a lot. He's very warm and very kind. He's got a lovely, kind smile. But you know, I think also it helped us in our performance to keep some distance because we're battlefield adversaries in the film. So you know, we didn't keep a lot of time for just hanging out or anything like that. Right?
Okay. So there are most of the scenes in battlefield and all those things. You would have been dehydrated in most ways, right? How did you maintain that?
It's hot, yeah. No, you need to make sure that you tank up before heading out to the set a lot, and then you know, when you're there, whenever you get a chance, you know, you ask production for some water. It's easy to forget. It's true. Hydration is key. Because you never know how long you're going to be out there under the sun. You know, they took very good care of me. I mean, I had a guy that would bring me my umbrella and stuff, and it's just crucial. But sometimes, you know, the takes are happening too fast, one after another. It just goes on, and so you are just stuck out there in the sun sometimes. So you got to be prepared.
Definitely.
Prepared for anything.
Anything that's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Of course, it's not a good way to compare two people, but still, Arun Madheshwaran and Rajamouli. I am not comparing, but the thing is, you have worked with these two characters, and those two particular things, they are taskmasters. That's how people call them. They're very particular in what they want. What were the similarities and the differences that you find?
Definitely both very particular. I would say Rajamouli sir more so. Like really, nothing was left up to me. My job, and you know, I embraced it, but my job was to just like do exactly what he was telling me to do. There wasn't a lot of scope for, you know, like a dialogue back and forth. But with Arun Bro, we did a lot of that dialogue back and forth, and we came up with something together. And then when we're shooting, he might have, you know, a particular, you know, moment that he's trying to create, you know, and so I would just, you know, need to understand that and follow those directions. But as far as like the kind of character that I was building and all that, I was able to collaborate with him quite a bit.
Okay. You would have been working in states or like India, as far as India is concerned, and all those things. What is the one difference that you find in Tamil industry? The uniqueness.
In the Tamil film industry?
Film industry, yeah.
As opposed to Bollywood?
Yeah.
There's quite a few. I feel like in the South in general, there's a kind of professionalism that I like in the sense that there's a lot of shouting and screaming and abusing and stuff that I've witnessed at times working in the Hindi on Hindi sets, especially TV early in my career. It's just part of it. It's just how things get done sometimes. But I find, especially in Telugu and also to a great extent in Tamil cinema, there's just a kind of professionalism. People don't need to be shouted at, you know, as much at all, and everyone understands what their job is, and they're gonna get it done, and I really appreciate that.
Are you adjustable with the foods and all those things?
I love Indian food, and I love the food that I get from production on sets in Tamil films, and there was no exception here with Captain Miller. I mean, the food's in like a Bollywood set, it's okay, but I really look forward to working in the South and getting great food. I love the kodumbu, the ponu kodumbu. The garlic, tomato, tamarind thing. I just put that on rice, and I'm in heaven. It's all I need for lunch sometimes. So I always look forward to the tiffin.
Great. Did you have any combination scenes between Shivaraj Kumar and you? Like
no, I didn't get to work with him in any combination scenes, unfortunately. But it was great meeting him. I mean, it's always great to meet a legend of the industry. You know.
What was the interaction between you both? If suppose you had meeten or something like that, is there any interaction between you both?
With Dr. Shivraj Kumar, sir? Yeah. No, I didn't actually have much more than just a quick meeting. Yeah, because we didn't have any days together, any scenes together much. That was a disappointment.
Okay. See, it was lovely talking to you. It was wonderful. I had a great
Me too. Yeah,
wonderful. And all the best for Captain Miller.
Thank you.
All the best for all your future endeavors.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Nandri.
Nandri. Yeah.
Holidays nale, நம்ம K Travels தான். தமிழகத்தின் முன்னணி travels நிறுவனம். Plan your happy trips with K Travels.